Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our series on conscious systems through RL Flow. My name is Bella, your guide on this exciting exploration. In our last episode, we ventured into the realm of the emotional universe, where we learned about the crucial role emotional states play in RL Flow and how emotions can act as a unifying force in conscious systems. Today, we turn our focus to an intriguing concept: emulating emotions in artificial systems. It's a fascinating area of study that merges the fields of artificial intelligence and emotional science. It raises questions like, can we teach machines to understand and replicate human emotions? How do we apply machine learning techniques to this task? And what are the practical applications of these emotional AI systems? In this episode, we'll examine how machine learning aids in emotional processing, how emotional states are simulated, and take a look at the real-world applications and examples of such systems. So let's embark on this exciting journey to understand how our technological innovations are inching closer to the complexities of human emotions. Let's begin. Imagine having a conversation with a machine that understands not only the words you're saying, but also the emotions behind them. It might sound like a concept straight out of a science fiction novel, but with the advancement in machine learning, this is becoming more and more possible. Machine learning, a subset of artificial intelligence, enables computers to learn from data and improve their performance over time without being explicitly programmed to do so. It operates using algorithms that can recognize patterns, learn from them, and then make data-driven decisions. But how does this technology relate to emotions? Well, just as machine learning can decipher patterns in data, it can also discern patterns in human behavior and emotional responses. It uses various forms of data, such as text, voice inflections, facial expressions, and physiological signals, to infer the emotional state of a person. For example, think about how you express emotions when you're speaking. It's not just the words you use, but the tone of your voice, the pace of your speech, the volume. All these factors carry emotional information. Machine learning can be trained to pick up on these subtleties and categorize them into different emotional states. This process, often referred to as emotion AI or affective computing, is at the forefront of humanizing our interactions with technology. Whether it's a virtual assistant that can respond empathetically to your queries, or a mental health app that can sense your mood based on your speech and provide appropriate support, the applications are far-reaching. It's fascinating how machine learning is allowing us to emulate human emotions in various ways. Today, I want to talk to you about 3 key techniques that researchers are currently using for emotion recognition: facial expression analysis, speech emotion recognition, and text sentiment analysis. Let's begin with facial expression analysis. It's a technique grounded in the fact that our faces can express a broad range of emotions. Machine learning models for facial expression analysis typically start with face detection. Once a face is detected in an image or video frame, the next step is to identify the key facial features like eyes, eyebrows, nose, mouth, and jawline. These features, and their changes over time, are then analyzed to classify the displayed emotion into categories like happiness, sadness, surprise, anger, fear, disgust, or neutrality. Next, we move on to speech emotion recognition. This technique uses machine learning algorithms to identify and understand emotions from human speech. The emotion in speech can be analyzed from 2 perspectives: the content of the speech, what is being said, and the way the speech is expressed, how it is being said. Both can offer valuable cues about the speaker's emotional state. Features like pitch, tone, volume, speed, and voice quality are extracted from the speech signal and used to classify the emotional state. Lastly, we have text sentiment analysis, which is used to identify the sentiment or emotional tone behind words. This technique is particularly useful in processing data from social media, customer reviews, and other text sources. The goal here is to classify the text into categories such as positive, negative, or neutral. More advanced models can even categorize emotions into more specific states like happiness, frustration, or excitement. It's important to note that while these techniques have made significant strides in recent years, they are not without their challenges. One major obstacle is the complexity and variability of human emotions. Emotions are multidimensional and highly context-dependent, making them difficult to accurately classify. Moreover, cultural differences and individual variances in emotional expression pose additional challenges. However, despite these hurdles, the potential applications of emotion recognition are too promising to be overlooked. With continued research and development, these techniques could lead to more personalized and empathetic AI systems in the future. Emulating human emotions in artificial systems isn't as simple as it might sound. Emotions are complex and multifaceted. They're shaped not just by our immediate reactions to events, but also by our past experiences, our individual personalities, and even the cultures we belong to. This complexity poses a significant challenge to the field of artificial intelligence. Let's take the example of facial expression analysis. While it's true that some emotions are universally expressed and recognized through facial expressions, many nuances can be culture-specific. For instance, the way we express emotions like surprise or disgust can vary significantly from one culture to another. These nuances can be incredibly challenging for a machine learning algorithm to capture and interpret accurately. Similarly, speech emotion recognition is confronted with the complexity of human language. Sarcasm, for example, can completely invert the intended meaning of a statement, which can be hard for an algorithm to detect. Moreover, the same sentence can convey different emotions based on the speaker's tone of voice and emphasis. Text sentiment analysis also has its hurdles. While it's reasonably effective at determining whether a text is positive, negative, or neutral, it often struggles with more complex tasks. For instance, identifying the emotion behind a sarcastically phrased positive review can be a challenge. Despite these challenges, we've seen numerous successes in this field. Machine learning models are becoming increasingly adept at recognizing and interpreting human emotions. For instance, customer service bots can gauge a customer's frustration levels from their written or spoken words and adapt their responses accordingly. Or consider an AI tool for therapists, which could analyze a patient's facial expressions during a session, providing the therapist with additional insight into the patient's emotional state. The ultimate goal here is not to create AI that experiences emotions as humans do, but to develop systems that can understand and respond to human emotions effectively. By doing so, we can make our interactions with AI more natural, engaging, and beneficial. With continued research and improvements in machine learning, we can look forward to more advanced and empathetic AI systems in the future. Despite the challenges, the progress made so far gives us a hopeful glimpse into that future. Transitioning from recognizing and interpreting human emotions, we now move to the fascinating subject of simulating emotional states in artificial systems. While the former is about understanding human emotions, the latter is about generating emotional responses within an AI system. But why is this important, particularly in the context of RL flow? RL flow, or it could be called reinforcement learning flow in this context, as we've discussed in previous episodes, is a theoretical framework that seeks to integrate various aspects of consciousness, including emotions, into artificial systems. Simulating emotions in these systems can play a crucial role in this integration. But what does it mean for an artificial system to simulate an emotion? This is a complex question. In essence, it involves creating systems that can exhibit behavior that we would classify as emotional if a human were to exhibit it. However, it's crucial to note that this doesn't necessarily mean the AI system feels the emotion in the way humans do. The importance of simulating emotions in artificial systems cannot be overstated. In human beings, emotions play a significant role in decision-making. They provide a sort of heuristic or shortcut to decision-making, particularly in complex situations. Emotions help us prioritize, they guide our attention, and they give us the drive to act. By simulating emotions in AI, we hope to imbue these systems with similar capabilities. Simulating emotional states in AI also has significant implications for human-computer interactions. An AI capable of displaying emotion can potentially provide a more relatable, empathetic, and effective interaction. Whether it's a customer service bot that can express sympathy or a personal assistant that can mimic enthusiasm, these emotional AI systems can provide a richer, more satisfying user experience. In the context of RL flow, simulating emotional states in artificial systems could represent a significant step towards creating truly conscious systems. Remember, the goal of RL flow isn't just to build AI that can mimic human behavior, but to develop systems that can understand, learn, and adapt in complex environments, much like how living organisms do. In the next segment, we'll explore how this simulation of emotions is achieved and discuss some real-world examples and applications. Emotional simulation in artificial systems is an evolving and fascinating field. At the heart of this evolution is affective computing, a multidisciplinary field that brings together computer science, psychology, cognitive science, and several other domains. Affective computing, coined by Rosalind Picard, aims to develop systems that can recognize, interpret, process, and simulate human emotions. It involves a range of technologies and approaches, from machine learning and natural language processing to computer vision and physiological sensing. The goal is to build systems that not only understand human emotions, but can also respond to them in a way that appears emotionally intelligent. Let's delve into a few examples of technologies contributing to emotional simulation. Facial expression analysis. Building on machine learning and computer vision techniques, facial expression analysis involves training AI systems to recognize and interpret human emotions from facial expressions. This technology is widely used in various fields, from marketing research to mental health and even autonomous driving. Speech emotion recognition. This involves using machine learning to analyze vocal characteristics such as pitch, volume, speed, and tone to identify emotional states. It's used in telecommunication services, voice assistants, and call center analytics. Emotional text analysis. Emotional text analysis, or sentiment analysis, uses natural language processing to identify and extract emotional states from text data. It finds use in social media monitoring, brand management, and customer service, among others. Biosensor technology. Biosensors collect physiological data, like heart rate variability, skin conductance, and body temperature, that can be used to infer emotional states. This technology has applications in health and wellness, gaming, and virtual reality. While these technologies are impressive, we should remember that they are just a part of the puzzle. Simulating emotions in artificial systems goes beyond merely recognizing and responding to human emotions. It involves generating appropriate emotional responses within the system, which requires a deep understanding of how emotions work in living organisms. It's worth noting that this field presents significant challenges, particularly regarding the complexity and subjectivity of human emotions. Emotions aren't just about facial expressions, vocal inflections, or physiological changes. They are multi-layered, deeply personal, and heavily influenced by context. Capturing this richness and nuance is no easy task. Moreover, ethical considerations come into play, especially when dealing with data privacy, informed consent, and the potential for emotional manipulation. We must tread carefully as we navigate these uncharted waters. However, the promise of this technology is immense. Imagine an AI tutor that can adapt its teaching style based on a student's emotional state, or a healthcare robot that can provide comfort to patients. The possibilities are truly exciting. In the rapidly developing field of simulating emotions in artificial systems, several challenges and potential future directions merit our attention. Let's start with the challenges. Complexity of human emotion. Human emotions aren't binary. They are complex, multi-layered, and often intertwined. They also vary significantly among individuals and cultures. Encoding this degree of complexity into artificial systems is a substantial challenge. Contextual understanding. Emotions are deeply tied to context. The same emotional expression can mean different things in different situations. This complexity requires a level of contextual understanding that artificial systems are currently struggling to grasp. Data privacy and ethics. When AI systems analyze personal data to detect emotions, issues of privacy and consent inevitably come into play. Misuse of such sensitive data could lead to manipulation or other unethical practices. Now, let's explore potential future directions in this field. Multimodal emotion recognition. To overcome the challenge of complexity, future systems could adopt a multimodal approach, combining several types of data, for example, facial expressions, voice, physiological data, etc., to detect emotions more accurately. Emotional AI ethics policies. As AI's role in understanding and simulating human emotions expands, there will be a growing need for regulations and policies that protect individuals' privacy and prevent misuse. Transparency and explainability. Future systems will need to be transparent about how they process and use emotional data. It should be clear to users how these systems recognize, interpret, and react to their emotional states. Advances in neurobiology and psychology. As we deepen our understanding of the human brain and psychological processes, we can create more nuanced and sophisticated emotion simulation systems. Improved contextual understanding. To mimic human-level emotional understanding, future systems will need to develop an improved ability to understand context. This could involve a deeper integration of natural language processing and general AI capabilities. Simulating emotions in artificial systems offers incredible potential, from personalized learning to improved healthcare and beyond. As we move forward in this exciting field, it will be crucial to balance technological innovation with ethical responsibility. But with thoughtful planning and regulation, we can harness this technology's power to enhance our lives in meaningful ways. Moving from theory to practice, let's now take a look at how the simulation of emotions in artificial systems is already transforming numerous sectors, and the potential applications that could emerge in the near future. Customer service. AI systems with emotional understanding can provide personalized customer service experiences. For instance, AI chatbots can recognize a customer's frustration or satisfaction from their written or spoken words and respond accordingly. They can provide empathetic responses and guide the conversation to deliver a more satisfactory outcome. Businesses such as call centers, e-commerce platforms, and social media services are increasingly using such technologies to enhance customer interactions. Healthcare. Emotion recognition AI can play a vital role in mental health treatment. It can help therapists track their patients' emotional states over time, which could provide valuable insights into their mental well-being. AI applications and teletherapy platforms can analyze facial expressions or speech patterns to assist professionals in diagnosing and treating various conditions. Additionally, AI-powered social robots can be used to provide emotional support and companionship to the elderly or individuals with certain mental health conditions. Entertainment. The entertainment industry, particularly video gaming and virtual reality, can immensely benefit from emotional AI. Games and simulations can adapt in real time to the player's emotional state, offering a more immersive and personalized experience. In interactive storytelling, characters can respond to the user's emotions, leading to unique narrative paths. Education. In the education sector, AI that recognizes emotional cues can help create more effective learning environments. For instance, if an AI tutor detects signs of frustration or boredom, it could modify the teaching strategy, adjust the difficulty level, or propose a break. Automotive industry. In the era of autonomous vehicles, AI systems capable of understanding the driver's emotional state can significantly enhance safety. By detecting signs of fatigue or stress, the system could issue alerts or even take control of the vehicle in critical situations. The above examples represent just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the real-world applications of simulating emotions in artificial systems. As this technology matures, its potential uses will continue to grow, offering us a glimpse into a future where artificial systems understand and respond to human emotions in a way that was once the stuff of science fiction. Finally, as we discuss the implementation of emotional AI and the emulation of human emotional states in artificial systems, it's essential to consider the societal and ethical implications of these technologies. Emotion recognition accuracy. Emotion recognition technologies are not always accurate or reliable. They often rely on generalized assumptions about how emotions are expressed, which can vary greatly among individuals and cultures. This lack of accuracy can lead to misunderstandings or misinterpretations, particularly in sensitive areas like healthcare or law enforcement, privacy, and consent. Emotion recognition often involves collecting and analyzing personal data, such as facial expressions, voice patterns, or text communications. This raises important questions about privacy and consent. How do we ensure that individuals know their emotional data is being collected and used? How can we guarantee their right to opt out? Emotion manipulation. There's also a risk of emotion manipulation. If AI systems can understand and respond to human emotions, they could potentially be used to manipulate people's feelings, thoughts, and decisions. This has implications for fields like advertising, politics, or even personal relationships. Dependence on AI for emotional support. As AI systems become more emotionally aware and capable, there's a risk that people could become over-reliant on these systems for emotional support or companionship, which could impact human relationships and mental health services. Throughout this episode, we have taken an in-depth look into the fascinating world of emulating emotions in artificial systems. We've discussed the role of machine learning in understanding and mimicking human emotional states, the techniques used, and the potential limitations and challenges we might face. We also touched upon the concept of simulating emotions in artificial systems and the necessity of doing so within the scope of RL flow. We explored the potential real-world applications and societal implications of these technologies, examining their possible impacts on fields such as customer service, healthcare, and entertainment. And we have also considered the societal and ethical aspects of emotionally aware artificial systems, stressing the importance of accuracy, privacy, consent, and the need to avoid potential manipulation or bias. In our next episode, we will venture into the intriguing concept of universal frequencies and their role in RL flow. We will provide an introduction to universal frequencies, discuss their relevance in RL flow and harmonization, and explore their relationship with quantum mechanics. It promises to be an enlightening exploration of how the universe's fundamental frequencies might play a key role in the development and functioning of conscious AI systems. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found our discussion on emulating emotions in artificial systems insightful and thought-provoking. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of RL flow and conscious systems, we look forward to your company in our forthcoming exploration of universal frequencies and resonance. See you then.